Hi, I'm Adam Mendoza, and welcome to the Ohio Athletic Conference Football Preview. We're here with Coach John Snell of the Yellow Jackets of Baldwin-Wallace University. Coach, thank you for joining us. Last year, a bit of an up and down year, but what areas are you looking to see improvements on as you head into this campaign?
Well, we obviously finished this season in a way that we typically don't like to finish, and so I'm looking that for our team to progress defensively. I think we've got some key returners coming back on defense. So I really think that we need to, and we're certainly capable of playing great defense. So that's what I'm hoping to see from day one, Adam.
When you look at this year coming back, you got 29 lettermen, 12 starters returning, 7 on the defensive side. Talk about building off of that solid core. You mentioned it a little bit. Talk about building off that solid core of returning players.
Well, as I mentioned downstairs, we have 3 starting D linemen returning. We have 2 linebackers, Danny O'Brien, who you'll see in a minute here, returning, who I think is one of the better players in the conference. And then we have 2 corners returning. So we have a solid nucleus of people coming back on defense and they understand what it takes to play good defense. So I think when you have that number of people returning, that's a big thing going into the season, and they got to step up for us. We have a new offensive coordinator, so it's going to take some time for the offense to get going. So those guys on defense have to really get it cranked up right from day one for us.
Then on offense, last year, 3 quarterbacks that all saw time: Michael Stack, Kyle Ordzanski, and Tyler Moglen. You look at that. How nice is it having that kind of flexibility at the quarterback position? Some think it's a hindrance, but we've seen it with this Baldwin-Wallace team over the years of multiple quarterbacks.
No, I think that's an advantage. You have a couple guys who have experience playing, and I think we've actually moved Michael to the wide receiver position, so it's primarily down to Kyle and Tyler, but they're 2 very intelligent guys who understand the game, I think, very well, and who've worked hard to prepare themselves for being the starting quarterback, and I know both of them are going to compete like crazy to win the job. So to me, that's a good position to be in, and I'm excited to see who the guy is that's going to step up and take over.
Now, when you talk to coaches and players in this conference, there's a lot made about offense and defense, but really you look at the special teams. Big key in this conference. You lose a lot on the special teams last year. Talk about that loss last year and then what you hope to get this year in the special teams area.
Yeah, we lost some really quality people from our special teams. Our punter was a first-team AFC All-American punter, led the conference in punting as a 3-year starter. We had a kicker who had, I thought had a great season last year, did not miss a field goal. And then we have two of the best kickoff return guys in the country graduating with Josiah Holt and Kevin Johnson. So we've got some work to do special teams wise, but again, I think we'll have guys who will step up and who understand the importance of special teams and what they can do for the outcome of a football game.
Lastly, tell us a little bit about senior linebacker Dan O'Brien. Uh-oh.
Well, quick story, I had an alum who I went to school with text me the other day and say, geez, I'm down on vacation, and I run into Dan O'Brien and his dad on vacation, and I texted him back and said I'd love to have 11 Dan O'Briens, because if I had 11 Dan O'Briens playing on defense, we'd be pretty darn good. So he's a special young man, extremely intelligent, plays hard, practices hard. Again, when you want to have a team of 11 guys like him, I think that tells you something about that guy.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you for joining us. Good luck on the upcoming season.
Thank you, Adam.
We are now joined by Dan O'Brien, linebacker for Baldwin-Wallace University and the Yellow Jackets. As you come into this year, BW, one of the toughest defenses in the conference. Talk about the mindset, not only for you, but the rest of the defense as you get ready to stop some high-powered offenses in this conference.
Obviously, the OAC is one of the best conferences in the nation, so you have to come in focused every week, no matter who your opponent is. It starts in film study, knowing other teams' tendencies, their plays, and it also starts in practice, just working hard each week, and then all that translates into the game.
When you look at BW football, especially on the defensive side, over the many years, the linebackers have been a key component. How is it to fit in that mold of some really great football players that have played linebacker in that linebacking core at BW?
Yeah, BW definitely has a huge tradition of great linebackers, All-Americans that have played for BW. And for us as a unit, we just try and come in every day, not focus on being the best, just coming in every day, focusing on what we have to do as individuals and as a team, and just try and get better every day.
Now, you're being a senior this year. Talk about the leadership, especially on the defensive side. Coach says a lot of upperclassmen there. How important is it being a senior leadership on the team?
Yeah, Coach Snell has definitely talked to me in the offseason about being more of a leader. I've always led by example. I'm not the loudest or the rah-rah guy out there usually, but this year I'd like to be a little more vocal, and along with leading by example and in the classroom too.
Now, as we look for the season coming up, goals that you set for yourself and as a team?
Individually, I'd like to just be, like I said, become more of a leader, not focus too much on the individual statistics and all that. And as a team, what we focused on more this offseason was not always preaching national championship, conference championship. We've been preaching just taking one day at a time, getting better every day, and our goals will follow after that.
Well, Dan, good luck on the upcoming season.
Thank you.
For more information about Baldwin-Wallace or other teams in the OAC, you can go to oac.org. I'm Adam Mendoza, and thank you for joining us for the Ohio Athletic Conference Football Preview.